Hi, so welcome back to my channel, Will of the Meeple, and tonight is the very first night of our Pathfinder 2 campaign, which is the Age of Ashes campaign, and we're really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, we've had one drop out, which is AK. Shame on you, AK. Shame on you. Apparently he's busy working, but I'm not convinced. He may join us at some point down the line, you never know. We'll try and twist his arm on that one, see if we can get him back on board, but for now it's just going to be the four heroes. So if you bear with me one moment, we've got Jazz, who's playing Edna. We've got Graham, who's playing Varys the Warrior. Kyle, who's going to be Belfier. And you've got myself. Now, originally I was going to be Greybeard the Pirate, because I'm playing the Swashbuckle class. But apparently, elves can't have facial hair. So I'm actually going to be called Wigbeard. And the plot twist there is that my facial hair is actually a wig. But that's part of my backstory, which I'm sure you'll find out throughout the following video. So hope you enjoyed the first installment of our campaign. It's not a very long video, a couple of hours. We're just kind of working our way through it. We are all new to the Pathfinder system and RPGs in general, so just bear with us. But we thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you thoroughly enjoy watching it. So let's get going.
The clock in the corner of the Wizard's Grace Tavern chimes 11, but the sound is barely audible above the noise of the crowd. Packed in atop the chairs and amongst the benches, all manner of people from Breachill town and some from elsewhere are busy swapping stories, eating breakfast and generally having a smashing time. You watch from a table in the corner as a slap on a waitress's behind earns the instigator a slap across the face, and an overexcited argument spills out into the street. Instinctively, you rest your hand on your weapon until the hustle and bustle dies down. But before you can relax, a shout goes up from a group near the bar. "Let us make a toast." A somewhat unsteady man steps from his stool and raises his tankard. "A toast to the heroes who will make a sacrifice by whisking their wives." The man burps and the crowd laughs. "Sorry," he mutters. "To the heroes who will make a sacrifice by licking their knives." Suddenly, a large half-eaten apple hits the man square in the nose. "Risking their lives, you drunken fool," a voice replies. "That's just what I said," replied the man, before taking on a puzzled look and falling flat on his face. Once again, the crowd burst into laughter and then look in your direction. Huzzah! A loud cheer goes up, and then they all drift back into their own private conversations. You glance at the strange faces around your table and shake your head. A buxom waitress approaches and tuts. "Don't mind old Bill," she says. "His heart's in the right place. It's just a shame his head keeps getting a bit of a battering." "What will you have? This one's on the owner, Trinil." The waitress tilts her head in the direction of a lady busy working behind the bar. And I'll just do that there for you. The lady glances over to you and nods before handing out more tankards. "So, what is it you want to order?"
Do you remember what happened last time? This happened, Will. We ordered poison, didn't we? And we all got knocked out. Next thing we know, we're all shackled to
Yeah, yeah.
Be careful.
So, yeah.
That was our intro into
Okay,
Pathfinder.
well,
Yeah, we'll just have a quick drink with everybody, and then we'll get going, and then boom.
That was it, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I can't believe you remember that.
okay.
That was years ago.
The waitress looks at your puzzled faces and pulls out a paper and she says, "Okay, we've got honey mead, ale, beer, wine, and various spirits."
Have a beer, please.
Okay, it's a beer for Varys.
Do you have any recommendations, and what sort of vintages are your wines?
The waitress informs you there's the good wines, the really good wines, and the wines they sell to the regulars.
But I'll have one of the ones for the regulars, because you must know what they're doing.
That's safest.
Okay.
Thank you, lady.
You're welcome, Edna.
I'll have a bottle of rum, please.
A bottle of rum.
A whole bottle.
Oh, yes.
A barrel of rum. Okay, it's a rum for Wigbeer.
And then
That link didn't work well.
No, the website's down.
Oh.
Belfield's still got his hood up and he just looks up slightly and he says to the waitress, is the honeymead made here with your own bees?
It is indeed.
Oh, very
Made
good.
from our local bees in the woods, which are unharmed in the making of honeymead.
That's just what I wanted to hear. I'll have one of those, please.
Okay. The honeymead it is. Okay. So, a short time later, the waitress returns back to the table with your drinks, and she drops them off in front of you and the others around your table. Just before she leaves, she remarks, well, if you're all going to be working together, you may as well get to know each other. The meeting at the town council hall starts in less than an hour, so you'd best be quick. Short of coin or just harbouring a lust for adventure, you each have your own reasons for attending the Call of Heroes, but do any of you wish to share? So you're just going to stay 4 complete strangers, right?
Oh yes.
Well, can I just say, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with your face there, Mr. Wigbeard. I mean, you're making me feel a bit uncomfortable because, like, obviously, as a dwarf, we love our beards. You know, we really take care of them. And I'm as a dwarven woman, I use my beard oil every day, but yours just looks a bit. Well, I don't know.
He looks more like an elf to me. Elves don't have beards.
Well,
No,
let me
I
tell you a
thought-
story. The name's
Okay.
Wigbeard, and there's a good reason for that. This beard, it's a wig. Now, the reason I've got a wig or as a beard is because I really wanted to be a pirate when I was younger, but obviously elves don't make good pirates, so I had to go into disguise, and that's why I've got a wig stuck to my face, so that I could get aboard the pirate ship unnoticed. And that's it.
Why did you want to be a pirate?
Because I heard
Are
many
they-
stories. I heard many stories about the sea-dwelling pirates, and it sounded like it was the life for me.
What's stealing off other people?
Oh
is that
yes. No,
is that
I'm
what
a
you
good
do?
pirate.
So you're still a pirate?
I'm a pirate. I am a pirate, and
Oh, you're a
and
pirate.
I'm a pirate, and I'm here because I want to save up enough gold to buy my own ship.
Should
I
you
haven't
not be
got one at the moment.
stealing the gold?
Yes,
Oh.
yes,
Well, steal the
maybe
ship.
that's purely a technicality. But no, I want to earn enough gold to
An honest
invest
pirate.
exactly to invest in
There's
it.
not many of you about.
No, there isn't. There isn't. We're a rare
I
breed,
don't-
especially with big wig beards.
I'll tell you what, I do not believe a word of it.
No.
This is the pirate I've ever met.
I think
I'm
there's
as honest
yeah.
as the day is long.
Am I still on my first beer? I'll tone it down if I'm still on my first beer.
You are still on your first beer.
I just want to say though, this wine's these regulars drink. Woof, how they're getting through this, I do not know. I'll be legless by the end of it, as legless as he is beardless.
Beards are in the eye of the beholder.
So Belfast like just gives a funny look to Wigbeard, still not fully worked it out, but he's heard enough for now. So he turns over to the guy next to him, this fighter-looking guy. Says, "So what are you about then?"
Yeah, I'm just I live here, and I've heard about all the trouble, so I've just come to like see if I can get in a group with some folk who want to go and sort the problems out. I haven't,
Oh,
got
a noble
the, I haven't
cause.
got the link to the thing to say what the problems are. It's down.
Well, this is why I'm here too. You must be here because you've heard about the slaving issue that's going on across the way.
That'll be it.
I thought I'd come and help along with that as well because I'm a cleric, you know, like, and I do follow the good word of Torag. So I've just come to spread the word of him. And if anybody wants to listen to it, listen to me. Not right now because I can never talk after a glass of wine. I'll be happy to share it with you.
Ah, so you're a person of the cloth.
I am.
A Torag. So, what's your beliefs then?
Well, I've said, Graham, I've had a glass of wine by now.
Who's Varys, please?
Varys, sorry, Varys. Varys. I've had a glass of wine and
What's my middle name, Graham? I don't like people calling me by my middle name.
I know. I only talk about Torag when I'm fully sober, so we'll just have to wait a little while I he is the god of all dwarves though. And you know, but I'm just getting a bit tiddly fiddly. So I'll just let somebody else talk for a bit, to be fair.
Okay.
Anybody for another drink?
Please.
Should we order some more? Did somebody say we had to be going somewhere?
Well, we've got an hour.
Got time for another one?
I'm sure we can.
You do have time for another one, yeah.
Of course we have.
Do we have time for shots as well?
You're on a mission.
I am. Quick,
Nowhere in this rule book says if the players get absolutely shit faced before the adventure.
That's because they're not accounting for COVID lockdown.
Yeah. Well, love a bit of alcohol. So you know, if you're going to be my friends, which is why I'm here, I want to make friends. We definitely need some drinks to be upon us.
Yeah.
Okay, so you call the waitress over. She comes over with a trusty pad and says, as I said, the first one was on the owner of the tavern. If you do want more, you're going to have to pay. As I said,
got a bottle of rum and not a glass.
the honey mead is 5 copper, the ale is 5 copper, the beer is 5 copper, and the wine starts at 5 copper and goes all the way up to 1 silver, depending on which one you would like.
Oof. Well, I've just started. I'm gonna have the 5 copper one.
Okay.
I'll have a beer.
5 copper. So don't forget to take 5 copper off each of your.
Oh wait, I'll get these.
What we've really got to pay.
I was just about to say that, Belfair. You beat me to it.
I'll get these. Don't worry,
Always
people.
one. Flashing his copies.
So that's 4 lots of 5. Is it 10 coppers,
I'm
1
right.
silver?
I've still got half a bottle.
Well, I don't really feel very comfortable around metal anyway, so I might as well get rid of these coins.
Oh, if you want somebody to carry your coins for you, you know, look no further.
I trust the pirate first.
Really?
Okay, the waitress who takes your orders, she goes off towards the bar. And number 4 is number 4, Varys. While you're waiting for the drinks to come back, you feel your arm being tugged by a small boy. You turn around and there's a boy holding a scrap of parchment, and he looks up at you and says, "Are you a real adventurer? If you're a real adventurer, is it possible I can have your autograph?"
Are you just going to ignore the boy?
Don't do it.
Just turn
Don't
my
do
back
it.
on him. Just the backhander. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So he hands you the piece of paper, and I think we'll go with a small piece of charcoal. I don't think ballpoint pens are quite in vogue yet. You sign your name, and the look on his face, he breaks out into a great big smile, and he runs off back into the crowd, and you see him run over to what you assume to be his mum. He points the piece of parchment to his mum, and she rubs his hair, looks towards you, and raises her glasses in thanks. You've obviously made a bit of a fan there.
I'll raise my glass back.
And by which time the waitress pops back with your drinks.
Empty glass.
Yeah, she pops them on the table and just informs you. She says, "Just be aware. I'm assuming you're all here for the Call of Heroes. It's due to start in maybe half an hour or so. Just make sure you don't get too drunk. You don't want to agree to do a job that you might regret later on today or tomorrow." And she drops the drinks off for you.
Torag, bless you. Thank you.
She looks back and says, "Very welcome," and vanishes off amongst all the patrons.
So we haven't heard much about you anyway, Mister. I don't like metal, but I'll go around buying people drinks.
So I'm just a little bit uneasy in such a busy place. I spent the last 10 years living in the woods in the forest nearby with just a small group. So forgive me for being, just a little bit on edge. But truth be known, I've been having visions. So I ate some strange mushrooms.
There's a theme going on here, isn't
there?
there?
An adventure where we got mushrooms.
Strange
Is
mushrooms.
it another life?
And I went on a bit of a journey through the forest and had some pretty dark visions. And me and my people, we've got a serious vendetta against the undead. So people think that us druids don't really like human settlements, but it's part of nature. But there's some really unnatural things going on around here. And something after that crazy trip just made me think I need to come and check this out and see what's going on.
Oof. Well, that was a lot, wasn't it? Well, glad to have you on board.
And then I just go back quietly sipping my honeymead.
Okay, so you've had a bit of small talk amongst yourselves. You've finished your second drink, and one of you looks over at the clock and realises it's almost 12. That's the time for the Call of Heroes at the town hall. The waitress pops back over, and she said, "I'm assuming everything was okay. Are you guys happy to move on to the town hall now?"
Yes, Varys was just about to leave you a handsome tip.
Yes, he was.
Well, the waitress smiles and holds a hand out.
Give me an autograph.
Yeah, this bit's definitely like covered in the book.
Well, if a beer was 5 copper, what's the tip?
Throw a couple of copper that way.
It's however much you want to give her, Graham.
I'm not giving her anything.
Give me
Tight.
what's your alignment again?
I just,
That'd be a very good question.
I've only had.
Silver.
Yeah. I'm
Piece of
neutral.
silver. Some great service there.
You can't give him silver. That's not right.
Why?
Well, the beer was only 5 copper.
Right, well, I'll give her a tip of 5 copper for what I saved off what Belfair bought my drink then. Here's 5 copper.
It's like you say, is it 10 copper for a silver? It's 10 silvers for a gold. I know that, so I assume it's 10 copper.
I think it's 10 copper for a silver.
Well, I'll give her 5 coppers then.
Okay, she takes the coin off you and says, "Thank you very much, my lady.
You're
I hope you do really well in the adventure due to come. And for your generous tip, I shall ask my young nephew here to show you the way to the town hall and possibly point out some landmarks along the way."
Oh, wonderful.
A small boy comes up. Varys, you recognise him as the one who asks you for his autograph. And he says, "It will be my pleasure if you would like to follow me, please." So,
Lead the way. Lead the way.
let's
I
move
know my way around this place because
you do. You live here, don't you? But yeah, not all of you do.
You knew that waitress you wouldn't give a tip to. That's just tight.
I know.
That was my sister. So.
Okay, so the nephew leads you out of the tavern. Just let me know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Did you see? Yeah. So, as you probably all know, you're in the Wizard's Grace Tavern. The young boy says, "We've still got a bit of time before the town hall meeting starts, so I'll just explain a bit around the places that are on this side of Breach Creek." He says, as you progress and you become stronger and you become more powerful adventurers and warlords and wizards and archdruids, he said you'll probably venture onto the other side of the town and you'll learn more a bit about those places then. So he explains that Wizard's Grace, owing to its proximity in Breachill Town Hall, this tavern is the favoured establishment of many adventurers who hope to gain work from the council by attending the town's monthly Call of Heroes, hence the reason you're all here. Adventurers and municipal workers regularly mingle here, exchange stories, and generally enjoy the atmosphere created by the diverse clientele and large tips. In the days leading up to each council meeting, the tavern is particularly busy, as adventurers like yourselves smooths with town officials and even the occasional council member who might show up for a drink and a meal. Before each meeting, the inn's tavern has a long-standing tradition of holding toasts and serving meals of boar stew with lentils, a practice owner Trinil, female human innkeeper, inherited from her grandfather. Because of the politics of socialising here, the crowd tends to be both well-mannered and chatty, though occasionally a brash adventurer or two may get rowdy. He then points over in this direction, right up at the top there.
Can I just say, young lad, you've got quite a historical brain on you.
He does this as if he's reading it.
What's you, man?
Oh, someone else is clicking. So the boy points you in the direction of a large building. He says that's a company called Pathfinder Bros. He said this is it's been there for quite a while, longer than I can remember. It's a masonry business and has provided most of the bricks for most of the towns in this area. It's a family-owned business, and all of its employees are somehow connected to the clan, whether they're cousins or just married into the family. There's a town councillor called Quentino. He's the business's owner and manager, and he's often at the town hall handling his duties. Pasandi's cousin, Amira, who's a female human mason, currently administrates day-to-day duties. The family is notoriously tight-lipped, however, about his business practices. So that might be something you might need to think of. The boy starts walking you down this path, and he points out the town hall. You can start to see a small crowd gathering. He says they're locals who basically like to see the adventurers turn up for the town hall. It's interesting for them just to be able to hear the kind of problems that are going on in the town, and also to get a look at the people who think they can go in and help, i.e. yourselves. Just before he reaches that, he says, I've just got time to tell you about a place further down the road, the lumber mill. He said, this serves as a logging mill, and it's also a carpenter's shop. Says the business provides lumber for much of the town's construction needs and can regularly send contingents of lumberjacks into the nearby wood. Though the aggressive bears, cougars, wargs, and owl bears often make this a dangerous prospect. He said quite a few adventurers have earned some good gold going on those trips, but not all of them return. And he said the chief logging forewoman, Noreen, she often hires adventurers to accompany these teams. For those of you who like wood, the Associated Carpenters Shop does employ some of the best artisans in town. And there's an eccentric chap called Zandel, who's a male human carpenter who oversees the business. The young boy points out this building here as Breachill Archives. It's in a sprawling but musty facility. It consists mainly of official records and historical accounts that date back to the settlement's founding. The chap that owns it, the chief archivist, Jor-El Blacktusk, is a male half-orc, and is one of the most knowledgeable citizens in the settlement about the town's history. Jor-El is happy to assist any visitors with finding even the most obscure records, but the young boy does say he's often woefully understaffed, which means he's often preoccupied and distracted. And finally, the boy says, just before I do take you to the town hall, I just want to show you Monument Circle. So he takes you past the town hall and leads you out onto this plateau here that juts out into the river, the Breach Creek. And he basically points out that this is a marble paved circle. It's the visual centerpiece of Breachill. And around it, you notice 6 deep wells. When you ask about them, the boy says these give the nearby residents and businesses fresh water. And one of his notices that in the centre there's a tall bronze statue, and the young boy points out that this is a statue of the wizard Lamond Breachton, which was Breachill's founder and is the town's most important historical figure. So with all that knowledge of what's happening this side of the Breach Creek, the boy does indeed drop you off at the town hall. And what you'll find when you're there is the crowds have begun to grow. There's a few minutes left before the town hall actually opens, and you find yourselves mingling amongst some townspeople who are congregating outside. Do you decide to make any small talk, or you just choose to wait until the town hall opens? It's up to yourselves.
So at this point, Wigbeard goes, "Ah, that bottle of rum, it went straight through me," and he proceeds to go over to Monument Circle and take a pee into the Breach Creek. And he'll be back in a couple of minutes when you have done some small talk.
That's good.
Did we all just see that?
I don't really know. I don't really know what. I don't. Oh my God. Oh my God, Torag. Woof.
So, Varys, you've lived here a while, yeah?
We lost Graham. Is he
muted.
talking?
I'll
You're
say
muted.
I don't actually live here, but I live like fairly close by, so I've been here a few times.
All right. I was going to say, how do you think the residents are going to feel about some weird pirate with a strange beard peeing into the creek?
Well, there's all sorts around here, but yeah,
So
it's not exactly what you usually say, but I'm sure everybody will get over it.
Yeah. Well, I know. I'm from.
Can't imagine a fish will be too pleased.
I know. I know.
He's a pirate. I don't think I've ever seen a pirate before.
I didn't know that pirates called themselves pirates.
He's definitely a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Can't hold
pirate.
his run.
I don't think he's a real pirate.
Well, I always like to think the best in people, and I don't think we should be talking behind people's backs. I would love to be his friend, but I am a bit wary of him. I'll be fair.
He's just showing off, taking a wee in public there. I think that's
Yes.
Quite a slash.
As you're chatting amongst yourselves, you do notice that the odd townsperson does come up to you, and I think they try and make small talk. They generally ask what kind of work you're in, what are you hoping to do whilst you're here, and you also do find that there's a large group of kids led by the nephew who's running around your feet giggling, and they just seem overly excited to be in the presence of such powerful heroes and adventurers. While this is going on, Belfier, you do notice that there is a particular lady who seems to be standing within 15 foot of you, and she does seem a bit distressed. You do tend to, over the top of the people chatting and the group talking, you do hear her keep talking about something called my bumble brashers. And why haven't I heard from my bumble brashers? Are my people trapped in the citadel? And then she just sort of wanders around, mumbling those words over and over again.
So, I'm watching this, just looking over, thinking I'm going to approach her, but not quite got the nerve. So, Belfier just takes out a little, so got a little metal case, just a little bit of snuff. He just goes, sniffs it, and he just wanders over to her, and it's going, is everything all right? Is there anything I can help you with?
Okay, well, first of all, she apologizes. When you get up close, you realize she is a small goblin lady. She apologizes and she says, please do allow me to introduce myself. I'm Warble. I'm ambassador to the Bumble Brasher Goblins of Hell Knight Hill. It's my great honor to serve my fellow citizens of Breachill as the town's official representative to the Bumble Brashers. I communicate with the Bumble Brashers, convey the town's concerns and interests to them, and advocate on the tribe's behalf. It's a duty I take very seriously. They are my people after all. Hence why I'm here today, and my rather distracted nature. I hope you'll forgive me.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm here to help anyway. You know, I've been. I came here just to check out the situation. It seems like something's really got you worried. Is there anything you want to share?
Interestingly, the woman does want to share something with you. She says that's correct. The Bumblebrashers are a tribe of goblins who have for years now lived peacefully in isolation in Citadel Altarine. It's the former Hell Knight keep on the hill just outside of town. Typically, every 2 weeks, I meet with Helba, the tribe's chieftain, on the road outside the keep. In our talks, we discuss news and I convey the town's interests and hear any concerns that the tribe might wish to bring me before the council. It's a relationship of utmost importance, and Helba is normally punctual, but she's missed our previous 2 meetings, and I have seen plumes of smoke coming from the top of the citadel. The smoke is a chalky red in colour, the tribe's traditional colour of distress. I fear that the Bumblebrashers are in danger, or that something dire has befallen them. It has sickened me with worry. I really hope the council meeting may be able to help.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, that was a lot. So at this point, Belfair's kind of feeling quite a mix because he's got a real soft spot for downtrodden people, live simply, and kind of keep out of business. A real problem with Hell Knights. So at this point, he's like, it seems a little bit angry, and he's like, right, you know what? I don't even want to wait for this meeting. If we can go and check this out, I'm just going to go and talk to some people over here and see what they think about the situation. Just hang tight, but don't worry. We're going to do our best to help you.
Okay, the woman does look slightly relieved, but she does say, "You're adventurers, are you not? You're just the heroes I hope the council would hire you on my behalf. But please, there is a system for a reason. Come with me into the meeting, listen to my petition. If you all feel you're up to the task, I beg you to offer your services to the council. You might be my tribe's only hope."
This point takes a deep breath. He goes, "All right, okay." He says, "I've got you back. I can't wait to hear more of what you've got to say." And then gives her a little rub on the head and wanders off.
Okay, the goblin lady looked relieved at first and then somewhat unsure as you stroked the top of her head. Before she could say anything further, the doors to the council town hall open and she says, "Quickly, let's go inside. I don't know how many other jobs there may be, but I'm hoping that you guys might just be the right people for what I need." And with that, she walks inside. And as you go inside, you find that a lot of the townspeople follow you all in. Okay. Right, I'm going to switch maps now.
Ooh.
Let me know if.
Nice, yeah.
So one thing I need to do on this bit is drag your icons from the tavern. So if you just bear with me.
After seeing Wigbeard empty his bladder in that way, I'm actually really needing a wee myself. So I'm just going to see if
You can't stop.
I'm just going to see if any of these doors take me to a toilet. Start the meeting without me if needs be. I'll just hustle and bustle my way past people. I don't mind.
Okay, I think we'll give you time to nip to the loo. I'll just drop these on here. I could drag and drop them before. It won't let me drag and drop them now. So what I'm going to do is I'll just drag and drop these on here. Or what you need to do really is just decide whereabouts you want to sit, basically. So Edna, I'm dropping you off in the top left of the map. So have a think where you would like to be placed. Oh, those 5 at the front, you notice they're the town council. So you guys are in the cheap seats.
Are they not the bar staff?
You recognise some of them from the bar, actually.
So Belfair's just sat dabbing some tobacco, looking substance into a pipe in the corner.
Pipe. Very good. Oh, Varys. You've now got your aura. Let's turn your... That's interesting. Oh, there it is. Yeah, let's turn your aura off. And who we're missing? Wigbeard.
Yep.
And Wigbeard's there at the back.
Oh, is he? We're missing
So,
Belfear.
Belfear. Where's thingy? Edna.
Edna was there. Someone
was up
put her
on
in
there.
amongst all.
She was.
She was in the in the meeting.
Yeah. Has she moved?
I haven't moved her.
She was.
grab
She was
it,
up
yeah.
here, wasn't she? She was here.
Yeah.
Edna's gone missing.
Grab Edna.
She's in the toilet.
Edna's gone missing. No, you're
I'm
not.
back. Have you saved me a seat?
Oh, there you
Oh,
are.
here you are.
Also, why do
Yeah.
clothes keep wriggling
Oh, what?
and making like cheep cheep noises?
Oh, what?
Your clothes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'll be my my little pet.
Oh, you didn't mention you had a pet. You kept that one quiet.
Yeah, well, I've got a spell, you see. I can just pop them into my pocket dead small, and I try and keep them at harm's way, especially when I'm around new people.
Oh, well, I hope he's quiet because I'm trying to listen.
Okay, so as you make your way into the town hall, you do realise that quite a few of the townspeople around you were outside the building waiting for it to begin. You could choose to sit with any newfound friends, or you could sit as a group, which ironically you've all sat together, which is good. There's a bit of a hustle and bustle as people find the seats and say hello to friends they've not seen for a while. A few minutes later, the councillors come in from the north side of the hall and take their seats at the desks there on the stage. And with a sharp rap from her gavel onto the desk, a stern, dark-haired woman with a deeply furrowed forehead and kind eyes brings the assembled crowd to a hush. "Welcome, neighbours and friends," the dark-haired woman begins, her rich voice washing over the room. "Welcome to the Breachill Town Council's monthly call for heroes. I am Council President Greta Gardania at your service, and on behalf of my colleagues beside me, I promise you all that we will hear and consider today's petition with the utmost discretion and care. There is no existence without community, as our town charter says. Today, our agenda includes just one petition. Miss Warble, our very own ambassador to the Bumblebrashers of Hell Knight Hill. She requests the help of heroes for a matter of utmost importance. Let's hear her concerns in her own words, shall we? Miss Warble." So at the summon, Warble emerges from the front row of benches. Belfear, you recognise her obviously as the well-dressed goblin woman from out front. Her hair is now slightly dishevelled. She makes her way to the foot of the steps. She turns and faces the crowd, and she clears her throat and begins her address. "Esteemed councillors," Warble says with a frazzled tone to her voice, "it has been more than a month since I've been able to contact the Bumblebrashers. I fear that something terrible has befallen them. What's more, I have seen my people's distress signal coming from the top of the citadel." Just before Warble can continue her petition, the door on the western side, I'll icon it here for you. The door on the western side of the room flies open as a young man, his eyes wide with panic, runs in shouting and waving his ink-stained hands. Billowing black smoke and flames follow him into the room. "Fire, everybody, fire! Everyone flee!" Okay, and with that, what you find is quite a few of the townspeople suddenly all start making their way to the exit. There's people falling over, there's people tripping over, and what you can see is there's also people that are stunned with terror and can't seem to move. So you just have to bear with me while I remove some of these people. So
They're escaping in slow-mo.
Can I cast a cast a spell to detect fire?
You want to cast a spell?
I don't have any spells. mate.
No. Again, just bear with. It's the only thing to this, you can't
we had a
prepare
wizard.
stuff in advance. If only you had a wizard.
I know. Mr. Wizard.
To know a wizard, but he wasn't very reliable.
Sorry?
So
He's a wizard, but he wasn't very reliable.
So, unfortunately,
Is that fire?
Is that-
there's no asset for flames, but there is a fire
is
pit.
that-
So,
If only Wigbeard hadn't already taken a leak in the lake outside.
Could just pee on it.
Put that fire out.
I would start calling you Pissbeard.
so as the fire erupts into the building, you notice that everyone has started to panic. The council have shouted above the noise and the terror, "Okay, everybody, please help everybody get out safely." And as what normally happens in one of these cases, most people, it's every man for themselves, and they've gone and escaped. But you do find that there's quite a few people here that now seem trapped with fear, and really you're being asked to help them. Can you please roll, is it perception, D20, and add your perception, and just let me know what scores you get to, as if you're starting a battle.
This is the first roll of many of 12 months. And I'm still looking for my perception value on my character sheet because I don't know where it is.
One of those ones you should just keep on a scrap of paper or something. Oh, Graham, 23.
You do the stat.
Oh, I've got a separate sheet.
I've got the dice thing switched on, but I don't know why, but it rolled it. It was black, and then
Yeah, you can't see the numbers, can you? Yeah. So you rolled 9, did you, Kyle?
Yeah.
9 for Belfair.
Because I'm so busy just smoking my pipe, I've not even known what's going on.
That'd be a good number.
D20 plus 7.
So 8 plus 7
where did we walk in this place?
You came in from the south, where it says to the main hall.
Right, so is that the way outside?
Yes, that is the way everyone who's every man for himself have all tumbled pastures and made their own way out.
We're all right. We're near the entrance anyway.
What a great set of adventures you guys were. And we all run out as well. And let's call it a night. Who's first? First is Varys. So Varys, with your keen eyes and you're quick to react, you realise that you can probably get to one person and take them out within one turn. So the way the book describes it, if you can reach a person, that's then basically rescued. So, like I say, you feel that with your skill and speed, if you can reach a particular townsperson, you feel like you'll be able to rescue them. And you're going first.
The councillors are all still there as well.
The councillors are all still there as well. Yep.
And so is the little goblin lady.
Where is the little goblin lady?
We'll put the little goblin lady there.
Alright, sweet.
Okay, so Varys, what are you plan to do?
I can get to this councillor here.
Is each square 5 foot?
Each square is 5 foot. Yeah. Just let me check.
Is that considered rescue? Did you say, or have I got to then? That's all my actions gone, basically. If we're in that mode.
That is your action gone. Yeah.
I've got like 2 spaces left, I think, or something. Can I do anything, or is that it? Is that all I need to do?
You just need to reach them to rescue them. Where's Wigbeard gone? Oh, where's Belfair? He's right over here.
I haven't moved him. Someone moved me.
Oh, that was
I
me.
think Varys is getting a bit confused in his old age.
Yeah.
Who he is.
Nope, there's Edna's twins.
Double.
Two Ednas.
There's 2 of me.
How did you manage to get there, Varys?
I've ran over. and I jumped over I ran up there and ran up here.
So that's your
two
movement.
actions? Was that 2 moves?
Oh, three actions.
Does it make sense that this main hall is so big?
Yeah, it's got a fit more
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Okay, Varys. So are you rescuing this particular person here?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you do when you reach this person, you manage to get them out of their fright and the terror, and you explain to them that they need to get out the building. And so that is one person rescued. Wigbeard?
Has Varys not still got 1 action, or was one action rescuing the person?
Oh yeah, I think I've got 2 squares left. Can I get to a second one as well?
No, you can't move. Do you remember? You can't
Yeah,
move
you can't
in
break
between
it up.
turns.
Yeah. So. Okay. This. I'm gonna save somebody near us rather than saving all the council members. I'm gonna save some of the peasants and the
I only went
locals.
that one because it was closest to fire.
Well, there is that. Yeah, I'm gonna move. 15, 20, 21, 30. Gonna move here. That's 35. And I'm gonna rescue this person here.
How much
Okay.
is that? How far can you move in 1 action?
35.
So that's 1 action. Wow.
So 1 action was to move and 1 action was to rescue them.
35.
Yeah.
So
I've
you're
got
rescuing this
nimble elf,
person.
which gives me an extra 5. Yes.
Yeah, and Elf starts with 30, which is the most.
Okay.
So
And then-
Will's got another go at, yeah.
Yeah, so after that, I'm going to move. I presume this is going to go on to another round, so I'll move to here. In fact, no, I'll move to here in preparation for the rescuing these 2.
Okay.
And
Well,
that's
if
the
you've
end of
got
me.
that, that's enough, isn't it?
Hmm?
It's an action.
Yeah,
an
that was my
action to
third
rescue.
action. Yeah, because you get 3. So I moved, rescued somebody, moved.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't have rescued mine then. If it's an action to move, to rescue.
Did you use all 3 actions to get there?
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll let you off that one.
Can
bit
I
unfair
just
to
be
go
back
back
in
in
like
time.
literally 5 minutes? The dog's barking. Sorry, I just need to
Yeah, no
nip
worries.
him out with 1 minute.
Okay, Edna.
I've only got little legs and I'm slow, so I'm going to stay at the back and help everybody round the back if you lot are all going to the front. So I'm just going to help the person in the row in front of me.
Okay, that person there.
Yep.
Okay, that's them rescued. You
That's
planning
all.
on moving anywhere else, or is that it for Edna?
I'm going to move, because I can only move 20 foot. I'm going to move towards the aisle. Oh, but what about that guy at the back? Well, yeah.
That way.
Yeah, that way. No, we'll go left. We'll go left. Left. You'll just have to burn.
5, 10, 15,
20.
20.
There we go.
You got another action.
Oh.
Another one. 5, 10, 15. Do that, yeah.
Am I allowed to do 2 movements? I thought you could only move once.
Yeah, you can. Each action you can move up to your limit, but what we're talking about there is in the game we used to play before Descent. If you could say move 8 squares, you used to be able to move 4 and then attack, and then move the other 4. But in
Right.
Pathfinder, you can't. Your moving is that one move. So if you decide to only move half your movement and then do something, you can't then say, I want to carry on and move the rest of the way.
But you
Well,
can use another action though. If to move
You
again.
can, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Another action.
Yeah.
So I've used 2 actions to move and 1 to save a person, so that's my 3 actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've just got Belfier next.
Yeah, so Belfield's a bit slow off the mark. He was just a bit dazed. I think it's that whatever snuff has been taken.
Belfier, save the one near the fire.
But and you shout him, but
Where is
all I
the-
care about, all Belfier cares about, is got this really weird attachment to this goblin lady. So he's just going straight for her.
So, one of the things we need to point out, and again, it's going to be a bit unfair to do it here, but we'll point it out for the next encounter. A diagonal move is actually 10 feet. It's
is
equivalent of going
Ah.
one to the side and one up. But I noticed that Graham charged across the room like Linford Christie.
Well, you can't go diagonal for 5
You
feet.
can, yeah. Going diagonal's 10 feet.
Right. Well, I'll count it as 10 feet then.
So you basically can't go diagonal then, can you?
Well, you
You've got
can,
to
but
go
it's just
forward
equivalent.
and then left.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So that's 25, and then one more action.
That's ridiculous.
5,
Yeah.
15.
I made a note of that. I found out about it in that last adventure.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I've only made it there in my turn.
Okay. So that is everyone's taken their turn. The smoke now does start to fill the excuse me. Does start to fill the room slightly. And what you find is that the fire is beginning to spread. So let me work this one out.
While you're working that out, I'll just clarify. Diagonal movement, the first square is 5, but then the next one is 10, and then the next one is 5, and then the next one is 10.
Ah, it works like that,
alternates.
does it?
Yeah, well, I've just read it in the rules. Yeah, it alternates between the two. So the first one is 5,
Ah,
and then the
okay.
second is 10. So essentially, every 2 it's 15.
Yeah.
So it's a bit
So
better, but you're still
it's a
not
bit
going
of
to
a
get.
saving, yeah.
You're still not
Oh,
going to
yeah.
get quite as far.
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
So the first one is 5 then, because that's the one you're going to use.
Yeah, the first one is
Oh,
5. Yeah, and then everything after that it alternates between 5, 10, 5, 10.
What happens if you went diagonal for 5 and then straight for 5?
And then diagonal for 5.
Yeah, is that the second diagonal? Does it reset?
I don't know.
It's the spirit of the rules, isn't it? The spirit of the rules.
Well, I don't know. That's what I mean. It's if you go diagonal,
Yeah,
diagonal,
it's across. No, it's across all of your movement. So
Right.
if you went diagonal straight ahead, then diagonal, it would still be 10 for the second diagonal.
Right. Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. So as you all finish your moves, what you realise is that the fire in the top west side of the hall has started to grow, and also a fire has burst through the northern doors and is slowly starting to take hold as well. Okay, right, Varys, back to you.
Right. So I'm going to shout over to
Belfair.
Belfair. Yeah. Have you got any spells or anything you can cast on them to wake them up? These people. I'm doing that as I'm moving.
That's a good idea. I wonder.
Just like a loud noise or I don't know.
This might sound like a stupid idea, but I do have fear. It's scared them into getting
I've
out.
already got fear. Oh, wait there. I'm going to get there. 5, 10. So that's 5, 15, 20. So that'll be, in fact. So that's 5 to get to there. 10 to get to there. So that's 15. 20. And then I go there, 25. I'm going to use an action to rescue this person here. Oh! Yeah, I'll do that.
This person.
I nearly went back then, realising I should have gone in, but we said we're not really going to go back. What's this one doing here?
You have to. That's the goblin lady.
I'm going to rescue her anyway.
Okay.
Belfair's
So I've done 2 actions.
made sprint for.
I've done 2 actions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. I think my next one would have been a 10 anyway, so I'm going diagonal there.
I'm not going. I'm going to cast a spell. I'm trying to help out from.
Okay. Wigbeard, you're next.
Oh, actually,
So my first two actions, I'll rescue the 2 people adjacent to me.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not doing mine, like.
And
Yeah,
then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll go to. Well, I'll just use 30 and go to here. And that's me.
Okay.
And I'll be one moment.
We need to try and rescue these ones over here, don't we? Next to the fire, the green on the wrong
I
way.
wish I got that spell equipped where I could like just get a big gust of wind, but never mind.
I wish I got the one where it was like I could speak to dogs and stuff like.
Why?
Well, because I could like mentally communicate.
They're not dogs, are they?
No, but the creatures of some sort.
Where are you guys looking?
Oh well, my last one, the spell message.
Oh, right, yes.
And Cal told me not to get message, and I'm a bit.
Oh, no.
I don't have message.
I liked it in 5e anyway. It was really good.
Mm.
Okay, Edna, you're next, in fact.
Right.
No,
You can put whatever you want on, can't you?
Kyle.
Edna's next. Go on, Edna.
Right. So this guy here, he's free at the back.
Just click in for me, then I can see where you're pointing.
Just right in front of
Okay.
me. And then I'm going to move to my left. Oh no, I'm going to move forward. For 1, 2, 3. Right behind that guy. That's it.
Somebody's going to die here.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
And then
perfect.
click it. This guy's free. This guy's free.
Is that all 3 actions then?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
wasn't a bad.
Because I've saved
Okay.
it. I'm just moving forward and trying to get. But I'm really slow, so I'm never going to get to the front. So I'm just trying to.
So me not giving you messages really messed you up.
Yeah.
Belfier, you're next.
So, quick question before I start: can my pet save people?
No.
Ah, you can fly 60 feet. Right.
I think, in all honesty, that if you release your bird in this room, it'll probably panic because of the fire and the smoke.
That is true. It's a very well trained bird. So I'm off 5, 10, 15. I want to say what goblin. I'm going to give her another pat on the head. Big shake on the head. Get out of here. What are you doing?
That green one's going to die.
Warbill, thanks you very much.
And
So
then
you've moved once, you've got an action, so you've got one more action left.
So 5 foot, 15 foot, 20 foot, 25 foot. I'm just right next to her now. Turn around and leg it to
Okay.
the.
Oh, Belfield's going to die.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the end of all your moves. So if you just bear with me, I'll move on behalf of the fire. 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's that?
It's supposed to be a mephit, but I can't find an image of a devil. So, and I've actually told you just what it was when I'm not supposed to. But... Okay.
Did that
So,
thank you for asking you.
on this particular round, Belfier, as you get up towards this particular set of fire, you actually notice a creature moving amongst the flames. And I shall now. Oh, 1 minute. Apologies for this. I closed the screen down that had all the information on about that mob.
Oof. This is like
Okay.
a film.
Varys, you're up next.
Right.
You don't notice this creature just yet.
Well, I'll use my first action to save the dude next to me. I've
Okay.
realised I've gone the wrong way. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh dear, that's not good. Oh. 25. And then I'll save that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like
So,
it's
is
you,
that
man.
you out of moves?
That's me done.
Um,
Oh.
okay, Wigbeard, you're next.
Right, so for my first action, I'm going to save the person next to me. And then for action number 2, I'm going to go 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. And, in fact, I'll stop here. Or
So
here.
you're running the tables now.
Yeah, I'm stood on the table and I'm going to save this person here.
He's a pirate.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
proper
enjoy
pirate.
walking across tables and
As,
things like that.
as you rescue that counsellor, Wigbeard, you also notice a strange creature moving amongst the flames.
Eek. Right. Not good. But yeah, that's the end of my
That's
turn.
you done yet. Edna?
Okay. Edna's like, oof, my little legs, my little legs. Ooh, ooh, protect the beard, protect the beard.
Mind you don't burn your beard.
It's not
I'll
bad.
take
for
it, man.
that
I can put it in my
pirate one.
pocket.
He loses it. 1, 2, 3. It's not bad for that pirate one. If he loses his beard, he just has to buy another one. So I would like to save this little man here. Why is it not clicking, Kyle, and doing
You
that
gotta
pink?
hold it.
I'd like to save this man here.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would like to save this man
Nice.
here.
You're doing all the saving.
There we
Okay.
go.
Well done, Edna.
There we are.
And we're now back to Belfier. Belfier, you find yourself extremely close to the flames at this point, and you're beginning to feel them burning your skin, and you feel your eyebrows and your hair is beginning to feel a bit singed.
Okay. So at this point, I see this strange-looking creature. And I think instinctive reaction for like demons and stuff. I'm going to cast. Am I going to cast? Actually, let me think about it. No, I'm not. I really want to take it on, but I don't have time. So
Cast water.
save. What?
Cast water.
I wish I had water. I don't have water. In fact, oh no, that's 2 actions. But I don't want to waste 2 actions on it. You see, I'm going to save her. Cool. I'm going to run down here. 5, 10, 15. And I'm going to save her as well. And that's all the council has saved then.
Nice.
I'm fully aware it's got its advantage on me now, but it's what to save the folk.
Oof. I'm just rolling perception 23. Just got a pure 20 on the perception roll for that then. So you're no longer first, Varys.
No.
So, okay. First thing I'll do is I'll do the fire. So, bear with me one tick. So the fire is beginning to spread, as you can see.
I think we're going to need Varys to help out with this demon thing.
Okay. Belfier. Let me have a look at this. Okay, this creature moves to here and then stops. It's just floating amongst the flames at that point. You notice that it's not taking any damage from the flames. But it stops just short of attacking you. Varys, it's over to you. Are you on mute, Graham?
Varys choking.
Oh, Varys is thinking.
5, 10, 15. And then I'm going to save this one and then this one.
Nice.
Okay.
I think you need to get back there.
Yeah, no, I'm heading to the left. There's still them two at the bottom.
You can do that now. Oh yeah, I don't know.
I'm just going to make a dash to the right.
Have I seen that thing yet?
No, you're not close enough yet.
Somebody could warn us.
You could warn us, couldn't you?
Not right now. It's not my turn.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That's a good point.
Whose turn is it? Is it still great? Is it still Varys's?
No.
Yeah. Have you done? So, Varys, as you finish your...
Yeah, that was it. That was my 3 goes.
Yeah. As you finish your move, you notice that the fire is quickly beginning to get out of control and the smoke is getting quite thick. As you finish running to that particular position, you notice that you're starting to cough and your lungs are beginning to feel quite hot. Okay, Wigbeard. You feel the same. At this point, you feel like you're quite close to the heat and you're finding it difficult to breathe.
Right. And everybody, there's some kind of demon flying thing amongst the smoke and flames, just so you know. And in which case I'm going to like head this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I'll save the person next to me.
It's going to leave me to deal with it on my own sound.
Well, I'm focusing on getting the people out.
He's a pirate, so he's looking after himself.
No, I've saved more people than you have. And then for my last move, I'm going to position myself between these two.
Okay. Edna, you're next.
Okay. So I am going to move. I'm going to move. What's going on with this mouse today, Kyle?
It's because you have to do it because you're looking at the TV.
Because I'm looking at the TV. I see. Okay. So I'm gonna stand here and save this person. Why is that not? Whoop. What? Oh, is it because I'm looking at the TV again? Where's the person gone? It's gone.
Just rescued them, yeah.
So, and then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to head towards this person at the bottom because we've got to save the folk. 1, 2, 3, 4. All these people I'm saving are extra people to listen to the good message about Torag, the god of creation of the dwarves.
It's like a Jehovah's Witness.
She's got a pack of magazines and a backpack that she hands out. Each one she rescues.
I've just moved closer to this one. I've not rescued it yet. I'm just on my way.
You must be pretty out of breath right now, Mrs. Dwarf.
No, this beard it well to insulate the smoke.
Very good. But I meant just because we're all running around.
Oh, I am. Woof, my little legs. It's turn.
It is now Belfier.
Right, Belfier's caught this. He's just going to remind everyone. Hell demon thing, please help.
Back, come this way.
So
You're a seasoned adventurer, pal. These people aren't.
5, 15, 20, 25. So I'm going to stand there. I'm going to turn back around, flip my feet round. I'm going to cast an electric arc of lightning at this thing.
Okay.
You really missed that on the camera.
I was just thinking that, yeah. It sounded like there was some kind of effect, but
Like this. So he's got pipe in hand, and he just goes.
Wonderful. What spell is it you're using?
Electric arc. It's a cantrip.
Okay. What is my DC? Is it? Do I have a save?
No, just zap 1 or 2 creatures with lightning. I think it's just your armor class, is it? Let me check.
Do you need to roll to hit?
Yeah, I need to roll to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it. So D20, yeah.
Yep. And don't forget to add.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's
Plus 7.
What was it called? Sorry.
Electric arc.
Eddie Grant.
It's like that lost wizard that kept falling off the rock, Ezra.
I know.
What just happened then? I just saw a big flash, but nothing else.
I think he's lighting his cigars.
You just see a fizzle come out the top of his pipe.
It's interesting. I'm just finding what happens if you actually.
Miss.
I mean, you've had a critical failure there, haven't you?
I don't.
Yeah.
Start a shimmy to go on.
Yeah,
Come on, Belfier.
There's a link I've got in Amazon. In fact, I'll see if I can say it. There you go. Put it in WhatsApp.
Oh, I need my phone. Oh,
There's,
I brought my phone up with me.
one for critical fails and one for critical successes, but I only got the one for.
Wow, what is it?
What does it say?
It's a Pathfinder critical fumble deck. P2, Pathfinder 2.
What's that mean?
Oh,
Right,
right.
it's a deck of cards that you can pick a different. I've never seen it, but I think it's a pack of
right.
cards. You can go right. What's he failed on? You know what I mean? You pick one out. And, you've got various different things you can do. So that's what I assume it is.
Yeah.
54.
I can't really find that. I just know if you try and heal someone and you do a critical failure, you actually damage them.
And what did
I'm
you
tempted.
fire?
Lightning does 1d4 damage, so I'm tempted to suggest it's injured you.
Go for it.
Because
It's your game. You're the DM.
yeah, I'm gonna roll a d4.
All right.
So not only does the lightning not arc across, it actually fires shortly from one finger to another and strikes you with a bit of damage. And you take 2 damage, Belfie.
Do I take any damage there? I'm stood right next to him.
No, I don't think it. I don't think it does.
Just hit
It does
2.
say target 1 or 2 creatures. Yeah.
But I was only targeting 1.
Yeah. No, I think it's fair enough to say you've damaged yourself. You've got a small burn on your finger now.
I cry out with the blinding pain as a big flash in my eyes. What was that?
Okay. Right. So, a few things happen on this turn. So please bear with me. The fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What damage did he get there? 2.
Belfair took 2, yeah.
How much health have you got, Belfair?
18, so I've got 16 now. Whoa, that fire's spreading fast.
Eek.
Okay. And what you also find is this creature moves to here.
Wow.
Oh, well, at least he's coming closer to us, but we need to save the phone.
And breathes a small bit of fire that catches fire to the floor. Okay. You are now finding it really difficult to breathe in here. The smoke is beginning to start to overcome you. Back round to Varys now. Varys, before you do anything, please roll for me a d6. Okay. The smoke and fumes start to take over your lungs. You take 1 hit point of damage before you move.
Oh, right. 1 was probably a good roll then.
Oh, I can't do anything with my character.
You can, you just have to click it a few times.
Try it now.
Oh my god, yeah. 19. Right, I'm gonna get that one. 2.
What's going on here?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
That's me.
You have to talk us through your move.
I just ran for that dude over there.
Have you got enough moves to rescue him?
Oh dear.
No?
Nope.
Okay. Wigbeard?
Yes, I'll save these 2. Can I save them as 1 action, or does it have to be 1 action for one and 1 action for
It's
the
1
other?
action each, yeah.
That is a shame. Yeah, so I'll save those 2, and then I'm going to head 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, for 35, I'm going to stand behind them. No, I'll stand here actually, nearer to the exit. Yes, I'll stand behind this one. And that's the end of my turn. Do I need
Okay.
to roll for smoke
Yes,
inhalation?
roll a d6, please, yeah.
Feel like we need to get
Yay!
1 hit point of damage.
I thought I'd done a bad thing when I rolled a 1, but
I know, yeah. It's like, no.
now I know I'll get a 6 next time.
Okay. That's me.
Edna?
Okay, so
you roll first.
I'm gonna do my roll. Oh, I don't. How do we do the roll?
That.
Can't you just do the roll?
Then click the D6. That's what you
The
got to do.
D6.
It's gonna, it's gonna be a 6. Carl rolls it.
Oh no. Has it happened?
Wait.
Oh, what's going on?
Hey, got
1
one.
hit point of damage.
This is ridiculous.
3 1s. 3 out of 18.
No, don't do that. Do it this way.
Oh,
I think.
go to settings.
Oh no, you can do it that way.
Right. So I'm just gonna jog 2 squares. I'm coughing. I'm spluttering a little bit. Bit warm. Bit worried about my beard singeing. But I'm concentrating on saving this guy right here. Come on, dude. Have you not just witnessed what's going on in here for the past 10 minutes?
Before you can even finish your sentence, you snap him out of his panic and fear and he just bolts out. Boom.
Oh, thank
Coughing
God.
and spluttering along the way.
Oof, I'm getting angry at these people. Can no one see the giant hell demon? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to make my way towards the exit.
Okay.
15, 20. Because whatever else is going on in here, I don't want to be part of anymore. I just want out of here. Whew. Yeah, Belfie.
Is that you done?
Yeah, that's me done. I've finished.
Okay, Belfie.
I'd just like to remind everybody of Belfie's current state of being. So he's had 2 beers. He's been snorting some strange substance like snuff type thing in the background.
In a metal box, which is weird for
a
drawer.
tin box.
Yeah.
Tin box. He's
Are
had,
you actually doing this?
yeah. He's been smoking a pipe with some strange smell coming out of it. He's been singed. He's inhaled a lot of smoke, and he's just electrocuted himself. So
if someone told me that was going to happen to one character before the night started, I would say that's going to be Kyle.
Yeah.
So he's not doing too great, and he's a bit mentally like messed up at this point. So he's just like, I don't care what's going on. I'm out of here.
And now he's got a roll for smoke inhalation.
So let's go.
Oh,
Come on.
God.
Okay, so you only take 3 damage.
Okay, that's good. It's not looking great though, is it, for me? Right. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I've got like,
25.
oh God, it's a long way out for me. All that diagonal moves.
45. That's 2 moves. I can get out in 1 move, so I'm out.
Don't worry about us.
Well, no hanging around.
Excellent.
I told you the guy's absolutely messed up.
I'd
He just
expect that
wants
from a
out.
pirate, not
I
from you.
can't,
He just
I know
wants to go back
pirates
to
have got a
the-
bad name, but you know, don't tar us all with the same brush.
Belfie is
Oh,
gone.
I forgot. Yeah, you're a good pirate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chaotic, but good.
Okay, so
Quick drink. My mouth's a bit. Or just a Vimto. My mouth's just a bit dry.
okay, so let's
Still
move
that
this
smoke you've
fire
been
on.
inhaling.
Oh.
Wow.
Who's heavy breathing?
Didn't hear any heavy breathing.
Seriously, heavy
have been you then.
breathing. I thought someone was like doing the sound effects of being in the fire. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we're getting into it tonight.
Look at that.
Another donut.
Mm.
I could have got me a cream egg.
Okay. This creature's now going to move here.
Oh, yoink.
Oh no.
I'll set a fire here. So each time he moves, he fires a breath of flame at the floor and a swirl of fire sparks. Okay, so Varys, back to you.
Right.
Roll a d6 for me, please.
Thanks.
I'll
2 damage, please. Can you not move it?
I can move it. It's just the thing ain't coming up. 2.
Yeah.
Right. I might as well save this dude, even though it might cost me my life. I'm a hero. Right. So that's my first action.
It does make me laugh. You're willing to die in a burning building, but give a barmaid 5 copper for a tip. Like, nope.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is it that diagonal thing each turn or each action?
I think it's
well,
each
it's
action, isn't it?
every other one, isn't it? So it's
Yeah, no, but
success.
this is I've done one action now. I've gone diagonal once. Is it reset now? Can
Oh
I go
no,
diagonal
sorry,
once
no. I
for
think
5?
it's up for your turn.
Oh,
I think.
that's lame.
What's that link say?
Spirit of the rules.
Yeah, it resets at the end of your turn.
Drank all yours.
Alright, so 5, 10, 15,
Oh, Pepsi.
20, 25. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's me.
Okay. Wigbeard.
Yeah, so I'll save the person next to me
Okay.
for my first action.
Don't forget to roll a d6.
Oh yeah, roll for smoke. Roll for smoke. Oh, look at that! Amazing.
3 damage, please.
Flip. Okay. So I want to spend my next 2 actions getting out, but I'm just wondering, because I'm a kind of pirate, is there any way that I could quite easily just throw Graham over my shoulders on the way past? Sorry, Varys. Kind of like fireman's lift Varys on the way past.
No.
No? Is that not an option? Is that nothing? Is there nothing I can do to... No? Okay.
I would.
Even
No,
if
I
it's really complicated
can't really
rolls.
see how an elf pirate can lift up a fighter in medium armor.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think
Wow,
he's an ogre and rolls him.
I don't think we'll get out in this action anyway, in this turn anyway, so, and I can get out on the next turn.
Right, okay. I'll leave
But
it
you
to
could wait by the door in case this thing attacks us.
No,
if
I'm
you,
alright. That's
if
5,
you're
10,
feeling brave.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 5, 10, 15. Yoink, I'm out. Yeah, that's me.
Wigbeard's gone. Okay, Edna.
Run away!
I'm gonna use my whole 3 actions. I'm like, oh, thank God, everyone's out. I can finally make my way out. Oof, I've just got enough strength left in me with my tiny little legs to make it through this exit. Oof, oof, my tiny legs.
So is that you out?
And she,
That's me out.
as she waves to Varys on the way out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Varys.
Meet you outside.
See you on the other
Okay.
side.
Varys. I hope that demon doesn't block the doorway.
We're all coming back in.
I've deleted yours now.
We're out.
So the method will move. Just let me double check.
What is a method?
A method is. Just let me find the page and I'll read it out. Seeing as now you've met one. The only unfortunate thing with these adventures, only the monsters, they just quote the page number of the bestiary rather than. So they're conniving and quick to anger. They're not evil, but delight in inflicting pain, and they love of burning things. They have a bright orange skin. Wisps of flame flicker along their wings as they flap through the air. The rivalry between fire and water methods is notorious. And these creatures loathe working together for any amount of time. Okay.
Okay.
So, what's my movement? 20. So, Varys, you see this method go 1, 2, 3, 4, move to here, and then he vanishes. Okay, over to you.
Roll a d6, I take it.
Yes, please.
Oh.
That's 3 damage. You honestly feel at this point that if you were to stay in the room much longer, you would collapse and possibly die.
I'll take the 3 off when it decides it's going to work again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20.
And you back out.
How
So,
much-
Varys, as you make your way out the town hall,
He's
you're almost bowled over by a group of town hall guards who are running past you with buckets of water. They ask you to get out of the way and proceed to charge through into the hall. And as you way out, you will look over your shoulder and you see them slowly start to put the fire out using buckets of water. As you make your way out, you do notice that quite a few of the spectators and certainly the council people look to have formed some sort of fireman's queue. And what they've been doing is they've been passing buckets down the queue towards the well behind the back of the hall, and are currently filling up the buckets and replacing the empty ones. And as you come out, you get the feeling that although the building was badly damaged, it should be okay. So well done there. You rescued everybody.
Woo! Go team! We need a team name.
You need a name.
We need a team name.
Yeah.
So
First-
do we
first
get
one out.
any kind of gold as a reward for saving all these lives? Because I've got a boat to buy, you know. I've got a boat to buy. Not cheap, these boats, you know.
Pirate fashion. How much do you get for that?
Saving up for my boats.
You've just got out. You're still coughing and enjoying.
Yeah.
What you
Proper
paying me for
Jack
that?
Sparrow, me, you know.
Okay, so based on that, 100. So you're awarded. I mean, it doesn't make it clear here, but it says for each spectator saved, award the party 5 XP to a maximum of 100. So you saved all 20, so that's 100 XP. But I don't know whether that means each or between you.
How much is it to level up?
It's 1,000, isn't it? So I'm going to suggest you've each got 100 XP based on that one.
Does that go in your hero points? Is that your hero points?
You do have hero points, remember? No, this is just experience points. Just keep
Oh,
track
right.
of them, because once you reach 1,000, you move up to level 2.
Is there no box for XP anywhere? There must be a box. Oh, it's there. 100. Right. Excellent.
Where's the box?
Where's the box?
Just above your armor class and left a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, right, yeah, got it.
Okay. So as you make your way out, Varys, you stumble upon the rest of your group or party, as it were. There's still a load of people hanging about. They're coughing. They've got black faces with soot, and some of them are struggling to breathe. But all of a sudden, you notice the councillors emerge from the crowd in your direction, and the main councillor, Greta, whistles loudly, and she gets the attention of the crowd. Greta Gardania looks around, hugging some of the townspeople next to her, while others wearily clap her on the back in thanks for their lives. What manner of madness just happened? This can be no accident. Did anyone see anything?
Yeah.
One of the guards who was stationed outside before the fire begins to raise his hand. Then his voice, "Aye," says the wearied uniformed man. "The clerk saw everything. It was Calmont, that cad of a bookseller's apprentice. He lit the fires in the halls next to the chamber. And he also set a monster loose on the crowd. Did anybody see it?" Okay, there's no response. The second guard shouts, in assent, "Indeed," says the grave but steely woman, and witnesses outside the building saw him run on towards Hell Knight Hill. A surprised and worried wave ripples through the crowd at this information, including Warble's distinct voice. "The Citadel? My bumblebrashers!" Greta raises her hand authoritatively and the crowd begins to calm. "Friends, we'll get to the bottom of this," she assures them, "but we can't do it alone. Who are the heroes in attendance today? Please step forward."
Right. Step forward then.
Okay.
I'm standing.
Edna?
I'm standing forward.
Okay, so the crowd turn and all face in your direction, and Greta continues. "Heroes, are you willing to investigate Hell Knight Hill?"
Most definitely, but we're a bit roughed up, and I was just wondering if I could heal a few people before embarking on another adventure to hell. To hell!
Well,
Okay, so Greta thanks you. There's a loud roar comes up from the crowd, and Greta takes you all to one side and thanks you profusely for helping everyone escape the fire and indeed taking on this next adventure. She leans into a bag and pulls out 3 small vials and says, "You might need these as they'll help you in your trials at Hell Knight Hill." The cleric amongst you, Edna, recognizes these potions immediately as minor healing potions. Do you decide who's going to carry them? There's 3 of them. So decide amongst yourselves who's going to get them.
Who's got the highest carry weight, folks? You're a big strapping lad, Varys. Can you not carry him?
I'd like one of them, please, because
I think we should share them out. It's not about the weight, is it? It's who's going to need them.
All right,
Okay.
Jack. I think you 3 should have one each.
Fine by me.
Okay, I'll take one.
Maybe
Okay,
get a
so you
couple of gold for this on the market.
You split the minor healing between you. Once she's handed those out, she clicks her fingers, and a small chap appears next to her carrying a small purse. She looks at the purse and says to the man,
Here we go.
for their reward and their efforts in, please give each of these people 30 silver pieces. So can you each add 30 silver pieces to your
That's
purses?
3 gold, is it?
That's what, sorry?
3 gold.
3 gold, yeah.
Can we add 3 gold?
You can add 3 gold. Does silver weigh more than gold?
Well, that's
30 silver might weigh more than 3 gold. Let me know once you've
So what
done
was the
that.
denomination? 30 silver is
3 gold. I think it's 10 copper is 1 silver, 10 silver is 1 gold.
right.
So you've each got 3 gold for that.
Excellent.
And Greta and Warble then thank you for the help you provided during the fire. And you're offered, if you do decide to contact the Bumblebrashers and decide to track down Calmont, who she specifically asks to be brought back to the town alive for questioning if possible. She does tell you that she will offer the PCs 10 gold pieces for the job of contacting the Bumblebrashers and 10 gold pieces for tracking down Calmont. Both of these are payable as soon as you complete your associated task. And at this point, she says you may now decide if you wish to continue on directly to Hell Knight Hill, or whether you'd prefer to go back to the tavern and rest and heal your wounds and have a good meal before taking on the journey tomorrow.
I don't know about you guys, but I need a drink.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah.
I could do with some R&R.
Okay, so at that point, you decide to head back to the tavern, the Wizard's Grace. As you walk into the tavern, the crowd erupt quite happily in the fact that you saved the town hall and you saved the spectators and the councillors. The same waitress who served you earlier on in the day comes up to you with a tray already full of drinks. She points out that she remembered your orders, and you notice the exact drinks that you ordered before are on the tray. She puts them down on the table in front of a fire and tells you to get warm and get merry. And also, she says, due to your success earlier on in the day, the innkeeper has decided to each give you a free taste of the famous meal for the Wizard's Grace, which turns out to be, I think it is boar stew with lentils. So there's 4 bowls of boar stew with lentils turn up at your table, and also a small chap who runs the beds upstairs comes to the table and says, as gratitude and thanks of what you have done, you can each take a free room for the night and a bath if needs be, and get yourselves prepared for the adventure tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And at that point, that is it done for this evening. We finished a bit early actually, but you did really well there.
How do we go on about healing ourselves? Do we just do that by resting, or do we need to do something?
Yeah,
Right.
in things like that, I would just say, yeah, you start with full HP next week. Decide what spells you want to learn. What we'll do next week is,
I'm going to change
if
my
you want-
cantrips. I'm going to be having message in there. Thanks,
yeah,
Cal.
switch them round, and so to be honest, you guys did really well there. I did change that encounter quite a bit because you didn't have AK, and the way it worked was slightly different. You actually had a tougher version of that, to be honest. And the reason for that is, and this is something I was mentioning to Graham a while back, the subtle little things that you need to pick up on the adventures, and things like you purposely got told there was wells of water behind the town hall. Now, what the book actually says is, if the characters do things like decide to go off and get a bucket of water, then they'll waste, they'll realise there's not enough time to go to the well and come back. But you can instruct the survivors to start making like a fireman's queue to the well so they can transfer buckets. And had you have done that, it'd have taken a turn, but then at the beginning of each turn, you'd have each have had a bucket of water which could put out 6 squares of the fire. So as well as rescuing people, you could have started putting the fire out. There was also things like people could use an action if they chose to put like a cloak or a piece of material above the face, and that would have cut your fire damage down by half. Now, because it was all new and you were a character down anyway, I just halved your damage anyway. But from round 4 onwards, you should have really took 1d6 of damage each turn you were in there.
Wow.
But the good thing is, literally that 7th turn, it does say turn 7, all characters in the room die, basically.
Wow.
Turn 5, the spectators inside the room fall unconscious. Turn 7, spectators still in the room die.
And what turn were we on?
I think you were on 6 when Graham ran out.
Right.
So yeah, you couldn't have really timed it any better.
Yeah.
We got out just in the teeth.
Yes, so next week, you guys are going to go off and track down the Bumblebrashers at the Citadel, find out what, if anything, has happened to them. And then in particular, you need to track down the chap that is responsible for setting the fire. One other thing that you probably missed out on is, had you have put the fire out altogether, you would have got 50 silver each, and you would have also been given a lesser antidote and a lesser anti-plague as a thank you. So they're just the little things. Again, it's just things that you probably need to have a think about as you do other things. It's like, what are the other ways we can possibly do this? But I think you guys did really well there. You timed it just right. So I did find it quite funny how you all started just vanishing out the door when the fire took over. So we left Graham to die. That could have been interesting. That.
Wow,
but yeah,
funny.
no, you guys did really well.
We could have been having a moment's silence for Varys.
Yes. I did think it was quite interesting how he wouldn't tip 5 copper, but he would save his life for a complete. He would risk his life for a complete stranger. But that's what heroes do.
Told you underneath that, didn't you?
I had a reason for not tipping.
Oh, you had a
He's
reason.
not happy
Okay.
with the service.
Well,
He's saving up for something. Saving up to buy something. Not a boat, is it?
So just in terms of next week, it just says here the PCs can approach Hell Knight Hill whenever they wish, although Greta and the townspeople encourage you to do as soon as possible as you gather the needed provisions. So have a think over the week as to what things you might want to buy in the shops, if anything. And it just means that when we start next week, we don't spend 40 minutes saying, right, well, I think I might have a pickaxe and I might have another 50 foot of rope, etc. Just have a think, if anything. I think the prices are in the core rule book for various bits and pieces if you do need them. But yeah, for Monday, you guys are on your way to Hell Knight Hill.
Oh,
you
it's
have
less
just
sleeps
finished.
till Monday.
It's what, sorry?
Less sleeps till Monday. So
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, very good.
Excellent. Very good. Thanks,
Yeah.
Lee. Thanks for running that.
I feel
I like the roll 20 as well. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
I
Though,
feel
to be
like
fair,
this is definitely better than than the what's it called?
TTL.
Yeah, TTL.
yeah, the 3D stuff looked good, but you couldn't get on top of any of the items and that, so they basically took up the space and stuff.
And
you
you've got
don't
enough
need
to
all
be
that.
on with. And you've got enough to be on with. It's much easier this, and to be fair, I like the look of it.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
It looks more Dungeons and Dragonsy than you know,
yeah, so
like old school kind of top-down view with grids.
yeah,
and
exactly,
stuff,
yeah, and you do get, I think it's like an extra $2 a month or something, but there is an extra subscription bit where you do get what's the word? It's called dynamic lighting, but it's basically real-time shadows. So I think it's set so you can see maybe 30 foot in any direction, and as you move your character, the system automatically lights up bits of the map that you can see and puts the other bits in shadow. So I might have a look at that because I suspect there's going to be some dark places in the Citadel. So we may have dynamic lighting next week.
Yeah, that's good. So that the only thing you keep, so you can't see the rest of the map, like if you're in a cave.
Yeah,
you
so
can
it'll
literally
work.
Just see around you.
Yeah.
So it'd be better. But with that, I actually have a spell.
Yeah. That's like me. That I've got a card.
It was, yes.
I've got it's a cantrip called light. So I can until the next time. I can make an object glow for 20 in a 20-foot radius. So
Oh yes, I remember you saying you can keep it on it and then transfer it, can't you? And the other one will go dark again.
Yeah. And then when it gets like 4th level, it goes from 20 foot to 60 foot. So
Have we got a dwarf?
Yeah.
1 elf and 2 half elves.
Yes. So you've all got some level of dark light vision and low level vision.
Yeah, we've all got low light, haven't we?
Yeah,
Nobody's got dark vision, then, have they?
I've got dark vision, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So let me see who's got what, because this is one of the things I was looking at. Edna, you've got dark vision. You see well in the dark, but only black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Low light.
Varys and Belfier, you've got low light vision. You can see well in the dark, and you can also your vision ignores anyone who's got concealed status in dim light. So if anyone's sort of hiding in dim light, thinking they're concealed, Varys and Belfier with low light vision, you can see them.
Low light vision.
Yeah, I didn't put anything down. I was saying to Graham today, I said I've wrote a load of things down on what each person's playing, and I said for Will, all I've written is Swashbuckle ?
Do you want me to send you all my character sheets?
Yeah, if you send it me,
and then you can just like have a gander.
Yeah.
I've printed it all out, so I've got the 4 character sheets, and then I've got the Swashbuckler information page from the Advanced Player Guide, and then I've also done all my extra things like Precise Strike, Whisper Elf, Underwater Marauder, Nimble Elf, and Panache, which are all the other feats I've got. I've copied all them out of all the rule books and put them onto a document as well. So I've got everything that I need. So I'll just take pictures of it all and send it over just so you can see what I've got.
Nice one. I'm just building like a little sort of cheat sheet for me, then I just know who's doing what. Ironically, I spent most of my time last night looking up all the stuff that AK's character could do.
No.
I said to Graham, I was saying, I've just been looking this up and I don't think it works quite how AK thinks it does. And
Unbelievable.
I know. I think Will or somebody should have a word with him and just be like, tell him that it's not as bad.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
It is time, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It can be. I've no qualms for me doing it. I enjoy doing it, but I do fully appreciate other people have other things on and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'll mention it, but I mean, it didn't even need to play every week. It's one of those where you can just like, you know, if we can't make a week, then we can't make a week. But
yeah, like tonight, for instance, we didn't have AK's character. He could have just said, "I'm going to start next week."
yeah,
And Will had just said, "Right, well, next week as you make your way over,
meet us
AK's
there,
character
kind
catches you up and says, you know, I understand you did what you did, and I want to be part of a party as famous as you guys. Will you let me join you?"
Yeah.
You know, start from there. There's always ways we can drop characters in.
When I started to read his thing, I thought, oh, he can't make it tonight. But I was talking to Mark at the time, so I didn't read it all. It was only later on I read it all. I'm like, oh my god, he's actually
bailing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like, hey, if you're watching this video, we're very disappointed in you.
Yeah. And there's always a spot for you, AK.
Shame on you.
It was a bit like when you're watching a TV show and you get a little hint because he mentioned that he was going to quit.
But then
yeah.
He did mention that
Just
last week, didn't he? I think he did say he was going to quit, but then when Matt said he couldn't make
the
it,
water.
yeah, it is a big commitment. But I mean, he'd gone out and bought the books as well, so I mean, they're not cheap.
I might see if he'll take 20 for
it. Bought the books.
Yeah. Yeah.
You really are a swashbuckler.
Will you take 20 copper for it?
20 copper.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up whether a copper. I might at 3 gold. I might have given you all 300 silver or something by mistake.
Yeah.
But
the only thing that you need to look out for mainly in my character is I've got panache, which is basically if I do something amazing, then I gain panache.
Is it for a perfume? That?
No, it's panache.
No.
It's a skill check basically. If I perform a cool action like swinging from a chandelier or whatever, I do a skill check to see if I gain panache. And if I gain panache, my speed is increased by 5, and I gain a +1 circumstance bonus.
Yeah, but I suppose that is more dependent on you saying I want to do this, isn't it? So if you'd have said when you're jumping over those benches, I want to sort of parkour over them.
Yeah, and try and apply for panache.
What I was actually going to do,
I don't know if this would have worked, but what I was going to suggest is I've got 50 foot of rope in my bag. I was going to throw it over one of the rafters of the town hall and swing from one end of the room to the other, picking up 3 people on the way and kind of dropping them back near the entrance. But that's what I do. That's what my style is. But then I was like, picking up 3 is a bit optimistic. But if there was one left in the corner on their own, I was going to actually try and swing, grab them and swing back again, just to save moving there, and and seeing if that was doable. But yeah, it's that kind of thing that I need to, try and. But it's all down to the skill check, I suppose. But I've got quite high acrobatics, you see, so.
Yeah, and I did, to be honest, I did quite like the idea that Kyle completely unintentionally has fully absorbed the spirit of his first character that we played.
Yeah.
Where what was it he did? Did you do something like throw a spear or fire a crossbow? So I'm going to show everyone that me falling over that cliff was just a fluke.
Yeah.
And then you rolled a 1 and dropped the arrow straight at your feet.
Yeah.
Apart from this,
but fortunately, because you're at the back, no one noticed it, did they?
No. Apart from Ezra, my Ezra was the mean old man, but Mr. Belfair is just some crazy druggie from the woods.
Yes. So we are right. 1 gold is 10 silver, and 1 silver is 10 copper, and 10 gold is 1 platinum. So if you ever get a platinum,
wow,
that's the equivalent of 1 gold. But it sounds like you're going to be given a platinum piece for completing either of these. You get a platinum piece or 10 gold for.
Oh.
taking a look at the Brumble Bashers, and 10 gold for rescuing this chap if you do find him.
If you look at the price of stuff,
How much is your boat?
don't usually say it in platinum, does it? It says it-
Graham.
Well, am I selling my panache? My perfume.
Yeah, it is interesting. It doesn't quite say where this town is in like the continent. I'll have to have a proper look. But you may find that you're about 300 miles from any coastline.
Oh,
I think
There's
we
a
are.
creek. There's a creek round here, so I think that leads. Surely that leads.
There is a
somewhere.
creek, yeah.
I had a
So
look.
perhaps
in the
you could
book.
be like, go on, Kyle.
I was saying I had a look in the book, and we're in Isgar, aren't we? Which is quite far away from the coast.
Yeah.
It's
But
like
there is a creek, and I suspect you can be like a bit like Captain Jack Sparrow, and just buy a small dinghy.
a rowboat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fancy opening a religion. I think I want to open my own church.
Ah, interesting.
Stay here and open your own church.
That's my plan. I can't. I'm quite friendly with my dwarf family, but oof, God, you've got to branch out on your own one day, and I fancy opening a church as my long-term goal.
Yeah. Well, there is a cleric on the other side of the water, isn't there?
not selling.
You guys have the same description of the town as I do, so
Yeah.
if you do read it, I'm not giving anything away there, but I think there is a cleric or a paladin.
Yeah, there is. I think I can't remember if it's a dwarf. I can't remember who it is though. But I will. If I'm gonna, I'm hoping to rival that church. Wait, what? I can't.
Rival.
I don't know.
Rival.
Rival church. I'm gonna start. What were them halls called, Kyle?
Crusade.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a crusade.
Nice. Right, Bible Basher.
Wow. Just trying to look up the price of boats. They're expensive.
That's alright. We've got 12 months to save up. All the gold I get in the
Yeah.
next 12 months can go towards my new boat.
Let's have a look at that. It's typical of being Pathfinder. There's all things about you've got to pay the crew X number of gold and all that kind of stuff. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's something to look forward to. So you're looking to buy a boat. Edna's looking to start a secret cult.
Yeah. Charles Manson.
We don't know what Belfir and Varys want to do yet. Varys is keeping his cards close to his chest, but I suspect
saving
he
up
wouldn't
for
even pay a
something, isn't
5. Yeah, he's going to become a loan shark, isn't he, or
Yeah.
something like that. He's not willing to spare 5 copper.
Yeah.
Are we in
something
the
going on
Five Kings Mountain?
Sorry?
Are we in the Five Kings Mountains?
We're next door to them. That's
Yeah.
my own town. That's where the local dwarves are from.
Yeah. Oh, you might know my dad or stepdad.
Yeah, I might do. We'll have to have a chat about that next week.
Yeah.
That could be a whole new storyline. Oh, I know your dad.
Yeah. Turns out Edna's your
I know
mum.
your dad very well. Yeah.
Plot twist.
Well, looking at Graham's picture, he's got the beard.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't. Yeah. I think half elves can grow beards, but I'm not even sure of that.
Oh, just get. Is it just a wig?
Wig beard,
A wig beard.
Varys wig beard.
Yeah, this is a D&D 5th edition, but it does say that elves do not grow facial hair. They have no facial hair and little body hair. But you can. There's not stopping you wearing a wig.
It's okay. Yeah, keeping my wig on.
Have you actually got any real hair? Oh, we're not in game now. I can't ask you that. I'll ask you that next week.
Are you offering to inspect?
It is. You can-
Oh,
Christ, what sort of group am I in?
yeah. Whatever's happening in the tavern overnight, it's
Yeah,
long
it
past
stays
by
in
the
the
time we
tavern.
start on Monday. It stays in the tavern, yeah. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Need a T-shirt for that.
Yes. That is
Yeah.
Oh,
cracking up.
no, it's not. It's Shelling, the goddess of art, beauty, and love. Well, I tell you what, Torag's going to be the go-to guy around here, friends. Shelling smile. I'm coming for you one day.
Okay. It's going to be a holy crusade. There's the one side of the creek against the other side, I think. Right. I won't hold you guys anymore. We finished quite early there,
cheers.
so I'll
That
let
was
you get
that was
on.
really
Yeah.
good. Enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Bye.
nice one. Thank you. And we'll see you on Monday if we don't talk before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers, Lee.